again and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. I have decided to do something special and fun. So this is a compilation video of the 31 days of August. So in the intro, you guys, I decided Lala or Kayla from Books and Lala, she did it a couple months ago, maybe a year ago, where she did a word of the day, and then she went ahead and gave you guys a book recommendation for it. I thought that was pretty awesome. You guys are always asking for more book recommendations here as in romance, so I figured I would do that for the month of August and then give you guys a video at the end of the month. So here we go. Yeah, our first word is actually the word August. August. And August means inspiring reverence or admiration. Yeah, admiration. So I am choosing Longshot by Kennedy Ryan. This is a newly Rita awarded book. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. This book deals with heavy topics and definitely has some content warning for abuse and of graphic nature, so tread lightly if you have abuse in your background or anything like that. But this book makes you think, and it makes you empathize and sympathize with the characters of this book, and just all around is amazing. A little bit about this book. This book deals with two people that meet and come to find out they have a lot of things in common, but at the same time their paths are supposed to be completely different. So they go their separate ways, but they are always on each other's minds, and maybe possibly their paths recross in the future. So that is just such an amazing journey. I have so many words for this. I love this book so much. I love the story so much. It is a hard one to take, but at the same time, it's still an amazing book. So I think it goes perfectly with the word August. Oh, and as a matter of fact, our main character's name is August as well. Oh my goodness. I just thought about that. Yeah, his name is August. Crazy. Oh my goodness. So cool. So that is the first day of August, and I am recommending Longshot by Kennedy Ryan. So we are on day 2 of this project of taking a word from dictionary.com, the word of the day, and finding a book that matches it. So today is actually special because today's word was super hard. First of all, let me just say that. And then I'm giving you 2 books today that sort of fit this one. But today's word is slake. Slake. Yeah. Never heard of that word. Took me all day to figure out these 2 books. So the definition for slake is to lessen or allay, which is thirst, desire, wrath, etc., by satisfying. So I had to think about this, and the only thing that I could come up with is that when I read Indefinite by Corinne Michaels, I had to slake myself, or I guess I could not slake my need to know. There we go. That's the example. For Infinite, which is the second book in the duet. So those are the 2 books for the word slake. And yeah, it's going to be a fun journey. These words are very interesting. I didn't think that I would have such a hard word so quickly. We're only on day 2 and I'm already getting stumped by these words. Hey guys, so today is day 3 of my word project, taking the word of the day from dictionary.com and putting a romance book to go along with that word. Today's word is aviculum, and it's pronounced like this.
Vinculum. Vinculum.
Okay, and vinculum means a bond signifying union or unity or tie. So the book that I am going to suggest you guys check out is Return to Me by Christy Pastore, and this is about a married couple that is going through sort of, their life, trying to figure out what's going on with them and where they need to go from there. So check this out if you guys, want a romance that deals with unity and things like that. Alrighty, it is day 4 of my dictionary.com word of the day and book recommendation project. Today's word is stolid.
Stolid. Stolid.
And that word means not easily stirred or moved mentally, emotionally impassive. So today's recommendation is going to be The Brightest by Helen Hoang. And in this book, you know by reviews and by the back of it, that Kai in this book feels like he can't be emotionally connected to anyone or anything, and his mother goes to Vietnam. Yeah. Goes to Vietnam to find him a bride. Brings her back, forces her to live with him in his house. Kind of intrusive, but at the same time, you also find out that he is on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum, and you sort of you start to understand why he feels the way he does. And I thought it was a very cute and interesting book. I did find it entertaining, and the love that comes along with it is very sweet. It's no longer stolid. So that's why I'm going to recommend this book to you guys, because he starts off feeling stolid, but in turn he is not. Hello, welcome to day 5 of the dictionary.com word of the day and a book recommendation that I'm doing project. Yay! So today's word is intellection.
Intellection. Intellection.
And that means the action or process of understanding, the exercise of the intellect, reasoning. So the book that I picked for today is Brightside by Kim Holden. And I think I picked this book because, for one, you should go into it reading it blind, but it deals with a pretty good setting of knowing what you want and what you want to achieve. And it gives this understanding. Our main character finds that she has understanding of her situation and the things that she is going through. She has acceptance, and it's such a beautiful story. I will say that even though you should go into it blind without me telling you exactly what's going on in it, you should have a box of tissues near you. There are some things that are going to make you cry. They are real life situations, and they are very emotional. So check out Brightside by Kim Holden. Day 6 of the dictionary.com word of the day challenge to give you guys the word of the day as well as a romance book. Today's word is
Spondulix.
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 Spondulix means money or cash, and cash. Same thing. This was a really simple one. There are so many books that I could have used for this. However, I decided to go with Finding Mr. Wrong by Madden and Joanne Schwehm, because the whole preface around this book and this story is that our two main characters decide to go on a television show where they are stranded on an island with no outside communication, and they had to get to know each other for a prize at the end. If you are a fan of Love Island, of The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, or any of those type of television shows where there is a cash payoff for finding the one you love, then check out this book, Finding Mr. Wrong. And we are on day 7 of the Dictionary.com word of the day and book recommendations for you guys. And today's word is monkey.
Monkey. Monkey.
And monkey means having failed, missed, or fallen short, especially because of circumstances or a defect of character, unsuccessful, unfulfilled, or frustrated. So that was a really kind of a long one and kind of a difficult one. I have been having issues with picking books that sort of have that theme to them, but I came up with suggesting that you guys check out The Darkest Sunrise by Elle Martinez if you have not. This is part of a duet and it is the first book. I definitely think you should check this out. These characters in here go through some self-growth, each one of them, as well as feeling unsuccessful because there is a tragic event that happens, and it is very parent driven. So if you are a parent, I think that you are going to relate to this story a little bit more. It is about losing children and having sick children, and the things that you would go through as a parent for your child. So if you do end up picking this one up, I definitely suggest that you pick up the follow-up, which is The Brightest Sunset by Elle Martinez as well. This is the second book in this duet. It's together, and you should definitely read them that way because the ending to this one is gonna make you want to watch this or read this one. Hello everyone. So it is day 8 for the Dictionary.com word of the day and a book of the day that I'm picking for you guys. Today's word is cat's paw.
Cat's paw. Cat's paw.
And that word means a person used to serve the purpose of another or a tool. And I am going to pick a first book in a series, and that is Consequences by Aleatha Romig. And the reason I am picking this is because the story between Anthony Rollins and Claire is volatile. It is very volatile. And today is the first day that I'm not suggesting a romance, because I do not actually place this in a romance category. I don't even consider it as a dark romance. There are things that happen in here later on in the series that make this series into a dark romance series. But this very first book, I definitely think I place it in psychological thriller, and it's definitely a case where one of the main characters is using another main character to make a point and to serve a purpose, and yes, so many yeses. I will say that if you can get past the one scene in this book that I always seem to find whenever I talk about this book to people that have read it, if you can get past that one scene and then continue on with the story, finish it out, I think you might be pleasantly surprised to want to know what else is like twisted and crazy that goes on within this series. So go check that out. Hi guys. So it is day 9 of the Dictionary.com word of the day and romance book for you guys. And actually today's book is not a romance book once again, but today's word is fascicle.
Fascicle. Fascicle.
And this word means a section of a book or set of books being published in installments as separate pamphlets or volumes. So I don't know that I have anything like that, but I took a play off of that and went with Well-Read Black Girl by Gloria Edim. And this is a book of stories from different well-known Black authors and artists and things of that nature. And when I read this, I thought it was excellent. I did enjoy most of the stories in here. They were very much a look into these authors and artists' lives and what made them become them. And I really, really enjoyed this book. So go check it out. Hello! It is day 10. Yes, I'm still in the same place as I was in day 9 and in the same t-shirt because I'm recording this on day 10. And day 10's word of the dictionary.com word of the day challenge or thing that I'm doing, project that I'm doing is Shiva.
Shivery.
Oh.
Shivery. Shivery.
Chivalry. And the definition of that is a mock serenade with kettles, pans, horns, and other noisemakers given for a newly married couple. Yeah, so once again, some of these words are very, very difficult. Very difficult, you guys. And I decided to go with a book in which our main romantic couple met during a wedding, and that book is Good Boy, Sarina Bowen, and Elle Kennedy. This is part of the WAG series that they do, Wives and Girlfriends or something like that. But it's part of their WAG series, and in this you have one of the hockey players' sister meets one of the guys that is on the hockey team, and they end up having a relationship and getting hooked up, and it all happened at the wedding, so, of our two main characters from Us and Him. And that's why I went with this book. It starts you off from a wedding perspective of the family, and that's when their attraction starts. So I thought this was a really, really interesting and fun book. It was sweet, it was sexy, and it was just a lot of fun. It deals with dogs, and it deals with that best friend, well, not even best friend, but, you know, little sister of a former main character, and there's lots of good banter in it, and it's swoon-worthy, and there's a dog on the front, and a guy. Hockey, yeah, so it's all there. But go check this one out. Hello, it's day 11 in the Word of the Day, dictionary.com Word of the Day, and romance book project that I am dealing with, or doing for you guys for August. And today is the 11th. I think I said that already. But today's word is utopian.
Utopian. Utopian.
And the word means founded upon or involving idealized perfection. So my recommendation for this, even though it is a new adult book, I am going to go with The Bells, because The Bells by Dhonielle Clayton. And that is because this book revolves around a world in which to be the best or to be elite, what have you, you should be one of the bells and be bestowed this magic that can allow people to change themselves. And, you know, what price does perfection come at? And I definitely think it's a really good book, and I'm getting ready to read the second book in the duet or trilogy. I'm not exactly sure how that's broken down, but yeah, I definitely think you guys should check that out if you're looking for a utopian sort of society. Hello, welcome to day 12 of the dictionary.com word of the day and book recommendation video that I'm doing. This is getting so hard. I don't know what is gonna happen from here on out, because you guys are seeing this video or this t-shirt in tomorrow's video as well, because I'm doing them on the same days, and I'm showing you what book I'm going to recommend for today's word. Today's word, or the 12th word, is subsidize. Subsidize. Subitize. Yeah, and that weird little word there.
Subitize.
And that word means to make an immediate and accurate reckoning of the number of items in a group or sample without needing to pause or accurately count them. Blah! How do I even name a book like that. I have no clue. So I kind of went off the rails and went for a book in which you don't really need to know all of the aspects of the book to understand it and to know what happens in the book. You already know the book because it's been in the news, or it was in the news when it happened, and you sort of knew the outcome of it after the events occurred, and that is Black Hawk Down by Mark Bowden. And if you watched the news or were alive when the 2 Black Hawks went down in Somalia in 1993, then you knew the everything that was surrounding the 2 Black Hawks going down, how the special operators went in for the second Black Hawk that ended up going down. They were shot down in a hot zone, and they ended up having to survive 24, 48 hours pretty much out there on their own in that hot zone. And this is the story of the Rangers and the special operators that got back and how they ended up surviving that terrible, terrible time. So, I mean, does that fit the definition? I don't know, but that's the book that I'm picking for this one. Day 13. Yeah, I kind of just blended that one. Day 13's word is Donnybrook.
Donnybrook. Donnybrook.
And Donnybrook means an inordinarily wild fight or contentious dispute, brawl, free-for-all. And the book that I am picking for that one is Diary of a Bad Boy by Meghan Quinn. In this one, I had a difficult time figuring out what book to pick, but this one definitely has a free-for-all brawl that ends up happening within the first, I want to say, couple chapters, if not the first or second chapter of this book. And it is the cause for our 2 characters to actually meet, because during the brawl, they end up switching cell phones, and then they have to sort of come together and figure out, what to do with them. Our bad boy is a brawler, and he's a little bit out of control, and he finds his way throughout the story, but there we go. We have a Donnybrook. Hello. Because day 14 is my birthday, day 14 is being done on day 15. Today, this is the intro for day 14 of my dictionary.com word of the day video, and today's word, or the 14th word, was plebeian.
Plebeian. Plebeian.
And plebeian means common, commonplace, or vulgar, a plebeian joke. I had a hard time figuring out what book I wanted to talk about for this one, so I just went with Furiously Happy, a funny book about horrible things by Jenny Lawson. And this is a best-selling autobiography. I think it's that's what they consider it. But this is a compilation or a memoir of Jenny's freaking life. Oh my goodness. The things she goes through, her mental health issues that she has, and it's a fun way that she talks about her life and makes you relate to her and relate that your life is like hers and that you have a common place or common ground in having feelings like this. So that's why I went with this book. Alrighty, day 15's word of the day, dictionary.com, is golden.
Golden.
I like how he says that. Golden.
Golden.
And golden means indicating the 5th event of a series, a golden wedding anniversary. For this one, I went with the 5th book in the Life of Anna series by Marissa Honeycutt. This is a hard to find series, just to let you know. I believe over on Amazon, it is actually bundled up into the Life of Anna series together. You can only buy the book together. I actually have each individual book. This book, which is part number 5, and book number 5 is called Emerge and Emerged. And this book is probably the first book in which you are dug out of the hole of darkness that Marissa has put you in. It is an amazing series. It is dark, it's taboo, it has cults in it and cult-like activities. So if you are not down for that in the series, I would shy away from it. But if you want some detailed craziness, get this whole entire series and take the ride. There are some other things that go on and some other subgenres that are included in this series, and I just love this series so much. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that I recommended it this month of August as a paranormal read. So yes, hint, 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 hint. So go check out the Life of Anna series by Marissa Honeycutt. Okay, so day 16, 17, and 18 are all being filmed on the same day because life, laziness, and that's just how it is. So day 16's word of the day is bedlam.
Beetledom.
Oh, beetledom. I said it wrong.
Beetledom.
And it means a gratuitous or officious display or exercise of authority as by petty officials. So I'm taking that last half and just nixing it, but for an exercise of authority, I'm going to go with Enslaved by Marissa Honeycutt. And this book is all about the beginning of Anna's sort of life when she comes in contact with this sort of cultist situation that she ends herself in for 5 books, and it's crazy, it's twisted, it's dark, it's doesn't start off as a romance, it's very heavy hitting. So if you have any trigger warnings whatsoever, go into this series lightly, tread lightly when you read this series, because it is dark and it's twisted, it's crazy. Day 17's word of the day is
Redoubtable.
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 And that means that is to be feared, formidable. And for that, I am going with the 5th book in the Elite 7 series by, for Gluttony. God in this book is absolutely amazing, and he needs to be feared. This was written by Webster, and like I said, it's part of a series. It is best to read this series in order, and I have actually done a full video of the series, so if you want to go check that out. There are some spoilers in it, so just know that it's a dark and twisted series, and the first couple books are sort of laying the foreground for all of this, but by the time you get to this book, you know what's going on, or you think you know what's going on, and you are chomping at the bit to get to it. But God is definitely a redoubtable character in this series. And then finally, day 18's word is luminary.
Luminary. Luminary.
And that is a person who has obtained eminence in his or her field, or is an inspiration to others. And for that, I had to go with Dear Life by Meghan Quinn. And I had to go with this one because this book is an inspiration. It definitely gives you the tagline of know your existence, and it follows 4 people and their 4 life stories, and then their connection through therapy, and it's just so good. It's you know, I think it's an amazing book, and I think I said that tagline wrong. Prove your existence. Prove your existence is the tagline for this one, and I just love it. I love it. Whew, we're back for days 19 through 25 because life is more than just recording videos, and I did a movie marathon with the kid before he went back to school. So this is days 19 through 25 of the dictionary.com word of the day book recommendation. So day 19 was Xeric.
Xeric. Xeric.
And xeric means of, relating to, or adapted to a dry environment. And the book that I am going to recommend is Rock My Body by Michelle A. Valentine. And in this story, you have a rock star that is wanting to reconnect with his bandmates, but he has some substance abuse issues, and he gets a counselor, and this is their love story in which they sort of hook up and become a couple, and you get to see their struggles with addiction and things like that. So it's turning into a dry environment. Day 20 is
Punditocracy.
Punditocracy. Woo! Influential media pundits collectively.
Punditocracy.
Punditocracy. Oh my goodness. So this was a very hard one to sort of figure out a book to go with, but I am going with Off the Record by K.A. Lindy. This story starts out with a journalist that is in college, and she likes to do political correspondence. And yeah, so I think it fits the bill for punditocracy, dealing with media pundits. And, you know, this is a 3-book series, and there are 3 spin-off books that go with this. No, 2. I think it's 2 spin-off books. But 3 in the series, and it follows their story, and I was here for it. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. And one of the characters in this I would totally vote for because he was amazing. Day 21 is a word that I have no clue how to pronounce, so we're just going to go with this.
Omphaloskepsis. Omphaloskepsis.
And that is contemplation of one's navel as part of a mystical exercise. Navel gazing. No clue, no book recommendation. We're just gonna skip on past that one. Day 22 is hyperbolic.
Hyperbolic. Hyperbolic.
And that is exaggerated. So the book that I'm going with for that one is Paper Princess by Aaron Watt. And the reason I picked this one is because this is an exaggerated Cinderella story. These boys in this book are really mean. They're really, really mean. And it is very exaggerated in this situation, but it is so good, so addicting, and I was here for it. And I think you guys should check it out as well if you're looking for a very quick read. Day 23 is Snoot.
Snoot. Snoot.
And that is to behave disdainfully toward or condescending to, so like new arrivals. And I'm gonna go with The First Lights by Christy Pastore. And in this story you have a small town in which they are not very welcoming to newcomers, and the small town gossip in this story really sort of adds an extra layer to the story, and it propels our characters as well. Day 24 is Textulationship. And that is a relationship or association between people who text each other frequently, but rarely, if ever, interact with each other in person. However, these two characters do meet in person. They're just off in college, and they keep up. This whole entire book is based off of text and their correspondence. So emails, things like that, which is why I went with this book. I tried to listen to this book, and I guess I should tell you what book it is. It is I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn and Allison Ruskin. This is a YA novel, and it's about these two girls and their relationship with each other, and how they're trying to keep it sort of a friendship together, and they're doing it by text and emails and things like that. And day 25 is another word that I can't pronounce, so
Devandva.
Devandva. And the word means a compound word, neither element of which is subordinate to the other, such as bittersweet, or in this case, room hate by Penelope Ward. And as you can see, the room and hate can be standalone words. There was no other reason I picked this book because other than that. So yeah, there we go. So we're up to day 25, and this has been a long journey. I figured I'll just, add this in right here. Some of these words are really, really hard, and I hope you guys are enjoying this. Hopefully I don't scrap this whole thing and, get rid of it, but, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. This has been a long project. Why? Why did I think that I could do this? So we're starting on day 27 of the dictionary.com word of the day book recommendations along with the word of the day. And yeah, I got to the point where it was just like, hey, let me just do this at the end of the week and be done with it. So day 27 is
Peacherino.
Peacherino. I kind of like that.
Peacherino.
And peacherino means a person or thing that is especially attractive, liked or enjoyed. And it's football season, so I got to go with my book of I Dare You, but by Ilsa Madden Mills. It's about a football player and his journey to becoming a NFL football star. So he's in college, it's a new adult, and I'm here for it. I was here for it. I really enjoyed this book, and yeah, I think you guys should go check it out because it's about football. Football. It's Peacherino. Day 28 of August. The word is sanguine.
Sanguine. Sanguine.
And sanguine means cheerful, optimistic, hopeful, or confident. And the book that I picked for that is Home Run King by Stella. This is about a friendship that goes back to childhood, and he may be the home run king, but does he actually make home runs in his life? I don't know. You'll have to read to find out. I actually think this story may have been retitled. I'm not exactly sure. I hope not. But yeah, I really enjoyed it when I read it. It was funny, it's laugh out loud, it's sweet, it's kind, and it's just so special. I loved it. Now, day 29 was a little bit harder because I was like, I have no clue what this word means. Well, not what it means, or a book to go with this. So here it is.
Wire draw.
Wire draw.
Wire draw.
And that means to strain unwarrantably. Yeah, really? Really? So I think I'm going to go with Insidious by Aleatha Romig. And the reason I'm going to go with this one is because there is a serious struggle going on within this dark, twisted, dark, taboo story. And why not? Day 30 is
Banalize.
Banalize. Yeah, I had to play that one. Did y'all see that? Because I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Banalize.
And that means to render or make void of freshness or originality. And I'm not trying to throw too much shade. Well, maybe a little. But I had to go with The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. This was not fresh. This was hot garbage. And that's all I'm going to say about it. And the final day of August the 31st, and we have Adventurist.
Adventitious.
Adventitious. I can't see. I should have played it first.
Adventitious.
Adventitious. And that is associated with something by chance rather than as an integral part. And I am going with All the Frogs in Manhattan by Carrie Aarons. And she had to, our main character, female main character, had to kiss a whole bunch of frogs to find the one that she loves, and it was like right underneath her nose, but it was advantageous.
Adventitious.
Adventitious. I can't get the word right. And it was an integral part, so yeah, we're gonna go with this one. It was by chance that she found him, because she had to kiss a whole bunch of frogs. Okay, so that concludes the 31 days of words of a day from dictionary.com. You guys are seeing this in the future. August is already gone. It's already passed. It was a very busy month for me. It was annoying. Life sucked at some points. But yeah, I don't understand. This was a hard challenge for myself to actually get behind and do. As you guys saw, I did like weeks at a time in the beginning. It was like every single day I was like, yay, let's introduce a book. But then it was like, I'm gonna wait till the end of the week and then come down and film this. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever take this challenge on again. We never know. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with my book and definition pairings. If you read any of the books that I suggested to go along with the words, let me know down there as well. If you have a better book that goes with some of the words, let me know the word and the book that you are picking down in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.